there. That's so nice. Oh my god, that's not even something you have to go out of your way for. 30, 40, 50% increased electrocute buildup and 26% increased lightning damage. Oh my god, and skill speed too. Dude, it's not even out of the way, bro. It's not even out of the way. Even if it was higher, like, they still can't move. Like, look, dude, they can't move. They're just, bro, look at them. None of them can move. Oh my god, my setup is nasty. No, this patch is too good. This patch is too good. Like, look at this boss. Okay, so this is a good example of being able to multi-freeze a target. Even this rare enemy is dead before the second freeze would even matter. Unless you're fighting like a genuine, like, unique boss, like, I guarantee you, you're not gonna notice this. Like, unless something just somehow isn't dying in the one rotation of you killing it and freezing it, you're just never gonna notice this. It is a nerf, but it's not a huge nerf. And like, okay, again, this enemy is staying completely still now. Is it gonna matter? Could I even have built up a freeze on him before he died? I mean, it's just too easy with this build. I don't know what to say. That was with the nerfs. And I just can't give this build up, man. This is just too good. This is my personal favorite build. If you enjoy this playstyle too, make sure to catch me live on Twitch so I can teach you more about it. And it's just so fun. What's up? I'm SYROBE, and everything in this video was recorded live on my Twitch channel because the most recent patch for Path of Exile 2 literally just dropped, nerfing multiple freezes on the same target. And it's now 25% harder to build up Electrocute on enemies. But honestly, I think this patch only made my builds even stronger. The chain freeze nerfs are only noticeable on the massive unique bosses with tons of HP and hardly anywhere else. And even then, it's still not that noticeable. While the Electrocute nerf was 25% slower build up, but with the brand new node that they introduced on top of that, you can unlock 50% faster build up, resulting in a net positive buff to Electrocution. And the support gem for Electrocute no longer has a damage penalty, allowing you to slot it on your main DPS skills with no drawbacks. Next video, I'll make a brand new updated leveling guide for beginners, but this video focuses on two builds that are optimal for endgame clearing and DPSing down bosses, both allowing you to perma-freeze or perma-stunlock enemies even after the nerfs, feeling like nothing changed. The two builds in this video are my new and improved Frozen Lightning endgame build and a brand new Electrocution budget build for this patch. Both are extremely strong, and you should just choose whichever one you have the gear for or whichever one suits your playstyle. Once again, I'm live every day on Twitch, so come watch me there playing Path of Exile 2. Ask me any questions for the most up-to-date information on my builds and the monk class as a whole. Okay, here's the repeat freeze targets. I don't know, like, I feel like if you can kill the target anyways, it's not going to be a big deal. It really doesn't feel bad. It might feel bad against bosses, which is why I'm trying to speed run through the bosses here. Hold on, this guy's tanky. What's the frostbite buildup though? 32? That's not that bad. I don't know. Okay. Let's go through a little brief rundown of this one. Again, these are both on the website. I'm going to go over both of these right now just one last time and explain everything very, very briefly. You can go check these out for yourself. These are all finalized for how I like them right now. This is the Electrocute build. This is a new and improved buffed Electrocute. It's a very, very good. It feels very good. And you should use this one if you don't have the ring. The only one here that's unique at least, so all of your other gear doesn't really matter as much. Obviously, it should be good and suitable so you're not getting one shot, but mainly this is the most required piece in this set is this topaz ring. It's very expensive. I don't expect you to have it or have the currency to buy it. If you do, get it. If you already have it, great, use this. If you don't have it, you're going to be using this. This is going to be the budget build. Again, I'm going to be updating it every single day. The longer the days go on, the more I test it. So be sure to be in the live streams to get the fastest updates possible. I personally think that Tempest Flurry is really, really good with Crescendo, Martial Tempo, and Behead. This is going to be very good damage for you because your Storm Wave is going to be high DPS anyways. Again, if you don't like Upheaval, just replace Upheaval with Martial Tempo. If Upheaval is not good for you and you don't like it, I personally don't like it without it having the crowd control, like the Frost build. So by itself, I don't like it on this one, but I do like it on this one. So it's just a bit picky for me. If you don't like Upheaval, you don't have to have it. It's not a guarantee. It's not a requirement. If you like it, keep it. It does require a lot of attack speed and a lot of trade-offs to offset these nerfs that are on it. The 20% less attack damage, 40% less damage. You are going to have to supplement that with your passive tree or your gear, getting attack speed on your gloves or staff or tree, right? Problem is, if you don't have that, it's going to probably not feel as good. So this is going to be up to you. I'll leave this up to you, dear viewer. You can choose your Upheaval or not. If you don't want Upheaval, replace it with Martial Tempo, or if you don't have enough slots, just replace it altogether. This is going to be Crescendo, Martial Tempo, Behead, to be very, very good for melee stacking with the bell and executing bosses and enemies. Rage for more melee stacks. Culling Strike. You can do the limit one here as well. I did have limit earlier. Was it overabundance? That one. You can put that here too if you want. That's completely fine. Some people don't like it because it is really short, but I think it's fine here. I don't really like using the bell too much without the frostbite though, because the frostbite kind of guarantees that they can stay still and you can stunlock them. Stormwave. So I got those mixed up. So I'd change them here. You want Neural Overload, Electrocute, so you get Electrocute procs out the ass and generate a ton of Combat Frenzy charges. Then you're going to have Lightning Pen for more damage and upheaval if you want it. If you don't, just go Martial Tempo. It's really just up to you and your playstyle. Charge Staff is going to have Perpetual Charge, so it doesn't consume a stack, so you can technically keep charges without using them and use multiple charges. This one is going to be more likely to shock, so when you get your Electrocute off, you'll generate a combat charge for a frenzy charge. It'll get converted into a power charge with resonance. That's going to convert it so that you can use it. And when you use Charge Staff, it's going to apply shock. When you apply shock and you kill an enemy that is shocked with Stormwave or Tempest Flurry, both will activate Charge Staff on it. You're going to activate Herald of Thunder passively. That's going to give you a ton of extra damage, guaranteeing a crit and doing more area damage with inevitable critical and concentrated effect. The Hand of Chalua is your debuffer. If anything is not getting shocked or not getting electrocuted or just not dying, you're going to slap it. You can also use this to reposition yourself. Blasphemy is going to be your crowd control. It's going to be a spirit gem that allows you to put temporal chains in an area of effect around you and not just on the floor. It's going to be automatic. So anything that tries to rush you is going to get slowed. And if you electrocute them, it's going to last 25% longer thanks to that debuff right there. That means if they have Electrocute on them, it expires 25% slower. And they're slowed by 28% on top of that. So very, very good because this build has no crowd control otherwise. So you need to have Blasphemy. You don't need Cast on Shock. I personally don't like it. This makes it larger area for more slowing and safer distance from enemies. Wind Dancer is even if somehow they get past Blasphemy, you're going to get Wind Dancer. You're going to put that on and you're going to have Blind, Pin, and Lockdown so that you can ensure that nothing touches you. They're either too slow, electrocuted, and if they somehow get by all of that, you have a ton of evasion, and if they somehow hit you through the evasion, then you're going to blind them and knock them back and make them run away and pin them down and just run. Super, super safe setup, super budget-friendly, no uniques in this build, super introductory build style. I really think you should start with this build. If you don't have the ring, until you get the ring, follow this separate setup instead. Because this doesn't require a ring, doesn't require the gloves. You could put on the Ketoko gloves, but again, that's if you have it. I don't want to recommend it. This is going to be the budget-friendly new player build. Here is the passive skill tree. It's going to be pretty much the same for both. We're going to be going over ascendancies after, but this is going to give you evasion, crit chance, attack speed, the resonance. You need the resonance, more damage, more attack speed, more lightning damage, more lightning exposure, penetrates, more lightning res, power charges up here, quarterstaff like this, and a little figure eight almost, this whole crit tree, this bonus electrocution damage, and this is the new node is actually down here, so see how it's flipped right here? This is where it is now. This is the new skill tree setup that was added after the patch. 30% increase electrocute buildup with another 10% lightning, 8%, and then 8% lightning damage, so 26% lightning damage bonus, and then another 10, 20, 50. Yeah, 50% electrocution buildup. So super necessary that you have this. And I would go down here as soon as you're done with the staff. This is the main tree setup. Again, I'm not fully caught up on my points. I do need to go get some extra skill points to go down here. All the way down here through here is necessary next. But so far, I would just need to go up here after, and then I'm good. This setup is going to be a little different. The main thing to take away before you see anything, you need to make sure that you have this ring. This ring is very expensive. If you don't have this ring, you are not able to do this build. I know that kind of sucks, but they did just nerf repeated frostbite buildup on the same enemy. You really do need this ring, like I promise. And there also is the glove that you can do, the grip of winter, but I don't like it because I just get like, I get so squishy. I get so squishy when I run this like this. Like, I don't know. I like these. I think these are good. Is it worth sacking your elemental res and your defense from it? I don't think so. I'd rather get gloves with attack speed and get gloves with elemental res on it, personally. But you could stack those and it would be even better. So far, this build is a little bit different now. This is what I've been running before. I've been running it. If you've been at my live streams, you've seen me run it. You've seen me talk about it, and you've been wondering when I'm going to drop the video. Here's the video. It's pretty much the same as the last build, except it's doing all your lightning damage is being converted into cold damage, and this applies a little bit less DPS, but a lot more utility, a lot more crowd control, and it makes you feel a lot safer in maps because you are instantly freezing things, even after the patch where they nerfed repeated freeze buildups. I think the thing is the nerfs are not that big of a deal. The thing that you're going to notice from the nerfs is that you will notice that when you freeze an enemy, if you don't kill that enemy, which you most likely always will, like 90% of the time, if you freeze something, you're going to kill it. However, that 10% where you don't kill them after the first freeze, if they still have a lot of HP, you're going to notice like, wow, this is kind of taking a while to freeze them again. But realistically, what happens is in most of your maps and in most of your gameplay, you're going to freeze someone once and they're going to die guaranteed before they even get out of the freeze. And in the off chance they don't die, they're probably going to be low enough to where like even if you hit them like 1 or 2 more times, you're going to kill them and you wouldn't even build up freeze anyways because they're so low. So personally, I think this build is great still. I think this build is my favorite. I like this a lot more than the shock build, but I think the Electrocute build is just a budget build now. I think it works extremely well. Very, very solid build, and it doesn't require any uniques, and it's very cheap to set up, whereas this is a little bit more expensive, a little bit more pricey. If you don't have this ring, I would not even do this build if you don't have this ring. That's something I should start off with as well, just to reiterate. Do not do this build if you don't have this ring. It is essential that you have this ring. If you don't have this ring, you're going to do the other build, which is right here. If you do have this ring, this is the setup I run. This is the setup I like. Pretty much the same with most things. Just anything that doesn't do cold damage now does cold damage. All of your other stuff does cold damage, etc. Everything's cold infusion, cold exposure. Pretty much the same thing as before. Instead of the electrocution stuff for the marks, or the lightning debuff for the marks, it's same thing but for cold damage and building up freeze. So pretty much the exact same setup. But this cast on freeze, see, now I'm using cast on freeze because it's so much easier to freeze people. You'll notice what I talk about, but it's so much easier to freeze people that you just do Comet, Biting Frost, and Spell Echo, and you will delete everything. Because you're doing your cast on freeze is so good. It's so much better than cast on shock. Cast on shock is very, very mid. Herald of Ice procs a lot more as well. Magnified effect, super critical. This is going to guarantee a crit as well. Because Herald of Ice is proccing a lot more. This procs so much more often that I kind of like the super critical more because it's just guaranteed bonus critical damage if it crits. And then the Combat Frenzy is the same. The Wind Dancer setup is the same. Yada, yada, yada. I'm going to go run into a game right now and swap over my build. Yeah, I'll do this one. I'll just do an 8. I'll do an 8. But, like, I do like... I think I really like Upheaval for clearing, but I don't like it for bosses. I think that's why. I think I died because I didn't have Upheaval, because that would have froze everything instantly, and I literally just had one little line. So I might keep this on. I might keep this on until I find, like, an actual big threat. Because it is good. It is so good for crowds, especially when I'm, like, instant freezing all of them. It just, like, guarantees that they're frozen. Yeah, teleporting off screen can be very dangerous. I have to stop doing it, but honestly, it's just so fun that I can't stop doing it. It's so fun that I just can't stop doing it. So, like, you see how everything's dying in, like, one hit anyways? It just can't move. It feels so satisfying and, like, oh, no, there's a bunch of things on me. Oh, guess what? They're all frozen. If somehow they manage to survive, I wouldn't even have enough time to build up freeze again anyways. Like, 'cause they would just be dead for their term. It's like, there's no frostbite. It's never called frostbite. It's called freezing, chilling, or cold. They don't ever say frostbite. Even the spell is called nerf. Like, it is a nerf, but it's not a huge nerf. And, like, okay, again, this enemy is staying completely still now. Is it gonna matter? Could I even have built up a freeze on him before he died last patch? I really don't think so. Like, I think either way, regardless of the nerfs, that rare enemy that I just killed probably would be dead before the patch or after the patch. I mean, it's just too easy with this build. I don't know what to say. It's my personal favorite build. If you enjoy this playstyle too, make sure to catch me live on Twitch so I can teach you more about it. And it's just so fun. The shocking build is great. No, don't get me wrong. The shocking build is great. The shocking build is not bad. My point that I'm trying to make is that the shocking build is not as good as this build, in my opinion. This build is just so good. And the fact that it's that good kind of justifies needing this unique. You need this ring, again. You really do need this. If you can't get this ring, you can't really do this build. So I will say that's the biggest caveat, the biggest downside to it. But other than that, man, like this is great. Yeah, so I'm doing a lot less damage because I'm playing for Electrocution Primes and Electrocution Shocks. So this should perma CC. If I'm correct on what this should do, this should be perma CC chain, infinite duration. More broken than the Frostbite build. If it works the way I think it does. If not, we're just going to swap it back. But we're going to do one last test. Low key, you kind of have to pick your maps very smart because these are preset maps and you can kind of tell which one you're going to when you go in it. So you can do like this. I prefer this. I don't really like Upheaval unless Upheaval is also on a Frostbite thing for like mass AoE Frostbite and crowd control. I'd rather just have the DPS of this and just get things off me. Yeah, good job moving, buddy. Good job ever moving. This is like even faster than Frostbite or just as fast. Is this not just broken? Have I not done the impossible and made this even more broken than the lightning one? This has no requirements either. Love that. Oh my god, dude. Just instant fucking just boom, 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 boom. Don't even need cast on shock, bro. This is broken. Keep in mind, I did this within like a day of the patch too and the changes. This is so good. Dude, they can't move. Like, okay, they're gonna nerf this. I'm gonna get this nerfed. I'm so sorry, guys. They're gonna pull this back next week. Holy fuck. I'm so sorry. They just can't move. Like, it's such high DPS. They can't move. But like already just, even if it was higher, like they still can't move. Like, look, dude, they can't move. They're just doing the Harlem Shake, bro. Look at them. None of them can move. Oh my god, my setup is nasty. Dude, this patch is too good. This patch is too good. Hold is OP, and now Electrocute is even more OP, dude. This is disgusting. This game is just so fun. This shit's gonna get nerfed. There's no way. There's no... There's no way. Hold on, you wanna get DPS? Yeah. You like this? You like that? You like that? You like that? You do be shocking me. Oh my god, my DPS with the bell, dude. Dude, it's just too good. It's too good, man. Okay, these little, like, clone things are really annoying. They make it really hard to melee, but that's why I like my setup. Because these make it really hard to get a melee off when they literally are invincible and just wait to jump you. So, I prefer that. Maybe that's better? I don't know. I'm still torn between Upheaval. I'm aware of it. I've been aware of it. It's just, it does feel good when clearing out, like, waves of enemies, but it just doesn't feel good against bosses. So you might just swap it. You could just, like, hard swap it when it's like, okay, I'm fighting a boss. I'm not going to use it anymore. Like, when you know you're fighting an elite or a big boy, right? Like, you're just not going to use it. But even then, it's probably still, like, viable to use. I don't know. I like it for clearing. I don't like it for just DPS. But, we're at a fuck ton of subs, dude. You guys are crazy. We're at 673 subs, dude. Like, that is insane. We're almost at 700. I didn't even think I would have this many subs in my life. I don't know where you guys all came from. But god damn it, am I glad you guys are here. That's going to be the trees. Again, you're going to see these in the link in the description below. These are all the builds. I've done a lot of research, again, with the help of my community. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any more questions, feel free to catch me in my live streams or in my Discord server. I've done a ton of testing for this. The patch just came out, and honestly, I'm very satisfied with the patch. The patch did a lot of good stuff, so don't get too caught up in the nerfs. The nerfs aren't that bad. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me. Again, if you have any more questions, catch me live on Twitch, go on Discord, and all of the links to the builds are in the description below. So, peace.